Mindfulness is everything for me. It has become a way of life. It was not always easy at the very beginning, but la práctica hace el maestro. Practice makes perfect. You got lots of time to practice, and do you remember that all of this is practice? Life is batting practice. In the old days, I operated on an algorithm. Now, I challenge the algorithm. So there are still some algorithms in there. These are the human condition algorithms, the imperfection that we all live with. And I'm always challenging those algorithms. And do you know what that means for me? Do you know what that means for who's in control of me and my thoughts and my behaviors and my decision making and all these things? Is it the algorithm? Not as long as I'm mindful and aware. As long as I'm mindful and aware and challenging the algorithm, it means that I'm in control, not the algorithm. So when my brain begins to obsess about a thing, and this does still happen from time to time, as I hopefully explained earlier, the most difficult periods of time or moments when this is true for me is when I am the victim of or I am the witness of some injustice. My brain will begin, particularly an injustice that has no solution, like there's nothing I can do about it. When that happens, my brain will begin to obsess about it. That's not the way things should be. That's not right. I don't like that. Is there anything I can do about it? These are the types of thoughts that I have, and it turns into a merry-go-round. It just goes around and around. So when this does still happen from time to time, it is my mindfulness that catches it, that mindfully recognizes that it's happening, and then I consciously take control. I do. I take control. Sometimes this happens with people, with other people. So people I care about and I am invested in emotionally, but I know that I have no control over. So one particular example is anytime my father comes into play. If I run into somebody who knows my father, if I have a dream about him, things of this nature. If I'm not mindful of the natural effects this is going to have on me, I could become a slave to the algorithm. But if I'm mindful and aware, I'm powerful because I can make decisions about it. I can catch myself when I'm working on a project and I catch myself, my brain, obsessing about my father. I can catch it and say, I'm going to redirect my thoughts. That's getting me nowhere. It's only frustrating, painful in these things. I am going to redirect those thoughts. And that's not all I do. Because I know of the effect that this sort of exposure to my father has, I love my father. But as longtime listeners know, he is an ongoing source of tremendous pain and frustration for me. It causes me to begin to go into those obsessive thoughts where my mindfulness then has to catch it and redirect myself. But one thing I'll also do is that I'll warn people that I may act unusual, I may be moody, and I tell them it's because I have some emotional thing affecting me. It's not their fault. I also permit myself some emotional behavior, and I forgive myself for it preemptively. That means before it ever happens. So just knowing myself, knowing the situation, its effect on me, I'll say, surely I will get careless because I'm just a person and I might bark at somebody. I might treat somebody impatiently or something like that. So I know that there is a very strong possibility that will happen. I'm going to warn the people that I come into contact with that I have an intimate relationship, right, or a close friendship. Hey, listen, I just want to tell you, we're going to be spending a lot of time here the next few days together. I'm dealing with some emotional stuff, and I won't mean to be short with you or anything like that, but if I am, I just want you to know that that's what's going on, and it's not you. Boy, you would be amazed at how that takes care of so many things. But I also forgive myself for it preemptively. I'll still regret it. I don't want it to happen, but if it does, it is understandable that it might happen. So I cut myself that slack.